So I just want to do a real quick video, a little bit of sneak peek into some step editing. I really like step editing. That's one of the reasons why I got this, because I was using the DR202 to sequence my SPs, SP404 and or the 202, and the step editor was too simple and it was cool, but I just was like, man, dude, I could do so much more with an MPC, you know? Like, this is where it is. So, what I'm gonna do here is show you some actual mixer automation. And all the ideas are the same for if you want to add a sound, or there's a little bit more. I'll probably do some more videos on just straight stepping in a beat real quick, just all step editing. But let me show you what I'm talking about. So I have this beat here real quick, and it might already be basically the problem I'm trying to fix. Let's see. Yeah, see, so there's no drums, but there should be drums there or whatever. The problem is on this, what I did was, let's see, let's go to 2. I think that, or 3 has it? 3 has it, I think. Yeah, so 3 has in its step. Let me show you. You want to press, and sorry for not being able to see the whole screen. Most of the stuff I'm pressing over here is going to be mode, main, and then just navigating around and inputting values with this here. And then over on this side, I'll scoot over real quick. This is what I use to make the, if I switch over here real quick, mode, mixer. Don't press it all soft or go slow or whatever anyways. So yeah, so when you're in your mixer, you could just use this slider here. You'll notice A1, use the slider here. So when you see me talking about making the volume drop or using the slider or whatever, that's what I'm doing over here. And when I'm switching from screen to screen, I'm just usually pressing, so mode, grid, mode, mixer, just so you get an idea of what I'm doing over here. Mode, step. But most of the stuff is we're going to focus in on into the step editor, which you see there. So here's your main screen, and then mode. There's your step editor. Let me see what I can do real quick. Move it up a little bit more. So here you see basically my kick drum, and I'm putting all the information for all my drums in just the one kick track, because it's all in the same program. So when I put these pad values or whatever, or pad numbers in here, it'll be able to turn off the other drums on another track. So you'll see here I have right off the bat, first beat, first bar, first tick, everything is telling B15, B10, and B7 to be full volume. And that's why when I played you that first sequence, there was nothing, but when I played you the second one, you heard the drums. Now the reason why they were off is because I'm gonna press main, go back to the main screen. I was sequence 4, actually, if you notice, mode, step, it starts off here with all the drums 0 level, as where I think I could just go, no, I can't switch sequences, so main, go to sequence 3. You'll see it starts with turning them all on. The first thing it does in this list of events is turn them all on. So say for example you're just messing around or playing beats live or whatever, and you happen to go from sequence 4, which starts with no drums, and you're like, well, actually I'm just gonna press stop. So you'll start sequence 4, you'll press stop, go to sequence 1, and you'll want sequence 1 to drop right there, boom. Like, whoa, where's my drums from sequence 1? Well, actually they got turned off in sequence 4. If we go into the mixer, B, oops, my bad, cancel that, go to B, you'll see 7, 10, and 15 don't have any volume. That's because when I went to sequence 4, watch. Sequence 4, and then step. When I went to sequence 4, I let these events play, which cut off the sound, and then I stopped the beat and switched to sequence 1 before these events, telling the mixer to turn back up the volumes wherever played. So now, unless the sequence has an event saying, like for example, sequence 2 or sequence 2 and 3, I think, mode enter, it's gonna tell them to turn it on. So as where main sequence, so sequence 1 starts off with drums and it should play drums, but it doesn't because it got cut off from the information on sequence 4. And all this shit gets a little confusing, but that's why this shit's the Matrix, because it's green numbers and it's all digital and it's all whatever. It might not be digital. You get what I'm saying? I was just trying to make a fucking Matrix reference. Anyways, Matrix, green numbers. Where was I? See, the Matrix will get you caught up and then you're all like, fuck, can't remember where it was. Okay, so these drums were cut off, so they should play. You can see the step editor. The first event is a kick drum at 115 velocity over here, but it doesn't. So let's see, let's go back to main, play. Why is it not playing the drums? Again, because they were turned off by sequence 4. But let's go to sequence 3, which we see here says to turn on the drums, and press play. There's the drums. So this is why you would want to do what I would want to do with the automation. You can also mute the tracks, but and it's the same either way. Either you're cutting the volume on a mixer automation and then turning the volume up, or if you're just muting it and then turning off the mute. But the automation way, you can actually fade in and out sounds, mix like you would on the mixing board, by fading in and out tracks and kicks and snares or whatever. But so to make sure that no matter what, now that I've played, let's see here, sequence 3, which turns on the drums, when I stop it and I go to sequence 1, there's the drums again, because it was told by sequence 3 to turn up, as where previously it was told by sequence 4 to turn down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to sequence 1 and go to step editor. I'm going to scroll to the first event, and to move events, you're going to press edit, move. That's how you also copy and paste. This is just a real quick rundown. To delete events, you press delete. To play it, oh, what is this sound? You play it. To mess with the timing, you're going to go ahead and press TC or whatever. But what we want to do, we want to insert. So we're going to insert. You can insert a note, a pitch bend event, control change, program change, channel pressure, whatever the heck that is, all this other stuff. What we want to do is real-time event, but there's also the track mute there. So we're going to do real-time event, and what we want to do is tell it, no matter what's been played before, when you start track sequence 1, play the damn drums. You know what I'm saying? All right, do it. So now you'll see here we have it inserted it on whatever event you're on. When you click insert, it's going to put it at the same time. So first thing we'll do is we'll just make this the very first event by pressing edit, move, and going here 0 0 enter. So now it's going to put it 0.2 before the first drum event, and you'll see our first thing is an event. It says A. I'll scroll over here. It says A1. We actually want it on B15. Whoa. And we want it to not do tune. We want it to do level. And we want it not to be off. We want it to turn it on. So now with that, you'll hear the kick turn on. Oops. All of them are on because of sequence 3, but let me turn them off by doing this. Main, sequence 4, stop, sequence 1. You should only hear the kick, because the other ones got cut off by sequence 4. So to make sure that all of them turn on, like the kick, we're gonna go back in, mode, sequence, and this time we're gonna actually just be on this event here and press insert, so at least the time is 010100. Enter, do it real time, and this time we're gonna have it turn on the snare, which is B10, and we're gonna have it do not tune, we'll do level, and we're gonna have it go to 100, enter. I don't even think I need to enter because I did the scroll, but now you hear the kick and the snare. Alright, and last thing we're going to add is the hi-hat. Insert, do it, go over here, the hi-hat's B7, volume 100. So now, go to main, sequence 1, go to sequence 4. Automatically cuts out the drums, cuts them in. And if we go to 1, they're on, but that's because they got cut back in or whatever, you know. So let's go to 4. So they're cut off. I'm gonna stop it before they cut in. Go to sequence 1 and bring them back with the drums. So that's just a little, just to dive into step editing. I'm for sure gonna do more videos on just how to, I guess, like I said, step in beats on a step sequencer. I usually call drawing in beats on a grid or piano roll, because you just use the mouse or whatever you draw them in. And so yeah, I'm gonna do some more on step editing because I like step editing. And if you have any questions on what you've seen, or on another aspect of the step editor you might have a question on, you want me to do a video, just let me know. Thanks.